My first car was a 2003 Nissan 350Z. His name was Theo, or no, his name was Ted. His name was Ted. And as soon as I got it, I was like, I really need to learn how to drift. So me and my friend Riley, he had an Miata at the time, we would go out to parking lots like literally all the time, and we would just slide around for hours until we'd get it. He kind of taught me how. I spent a decent amount of time and money on that car, and I had it for about 3 years until someone totaled it on Tennessee Street. Rest in peace, Ted. It was a very sad time for me, and they didn't let me take out any of the mods I put in when they took it away, like to be scrapped. So I had to start from the beginning, I guess. And then after that, I saved up all my money and I bought my 2009 Nissan 370Z. Which is the newer version of my old car, and it's a lot nicer. It has about 40 more horsepower, and it has the VQ37 VHR engine instead of the VQ35 DE that I had previously. So I'm very excited about it. I've had it for about 5 months now. I have a lot of plans for it. I'm not really sure what route I'm gonna take for it yet, because there's a lot of things you can do with it, honestly. Like, people stance them, people drift them, people make them show cars, people do all kinds of stuff with them. But I've put a lot of money into it since I got it. It was about $12K on its own, and I put about $3 or $4K into it. When I was like probably 8 or 9, I started watching I saw like Speed Racer, I saw a bunch of like Togue racing videos. I would play like drifting games on my computer all the time, and like my dad would just show me a bunch of car stuff, like Formula One, NASCAR, all that kind of thing. So I just kind of really got interested in it since childhood. And my dad is a mechanic, so he has always had like the tools ready for me to do that kind of thing. So when I turned about 14 or 15, I was like anxious to get a car. I was like so eager to get a car because I thought it would just feel so freeing. It would make me feel very independent. They eventually got on board, even though like it's pretty dangerous, I guess, at least in their eyes. And I got that car, and I got my license the day I turned 16, and ever since then I've been like in love with it.
What got you into the car community?
My son started into it with a 2014 Mustang 5.0 GT about 3 years ago, and I would come to the car meets with him. And then one day, I had almost a brand new Sonata. One day we were driving down the road, and I saw this car on the side of the road at a lot, and I pulled a U-turn, went in, and got the car. The car, this is a wrap. The car is originally blue, but I've since have wrapped it. I've lowered it with coilovers. I've got the side skirts on it, and put quad pipes on the back.
Yeah, okay. This is your car?
No, this is his.
You from around here?
Yeah, hey, come here.
You gotta get interviewed.
Where?
What got you into it in the first place, like trucks in general?
My dad. My dad and my uncle were two of the biggest people to get me into the truck community and just trucks in general, because that's all I've grown up around and that's all I've known.
Shit, when I was like a fucking kid, bro, like it just kind of happened. Like I don't know, going to Panama City and then going to Pier Park and like pointing at all the big trucks and then driving one. So it's like when I got my license, it was the first thing I wanted to do.
I grew up just about 20 minutes up here, like Monticello. So I grew up in the more rural areas where trucks were needed, per se. And that's just what I grew up around.
With the bullet holes.
Where? Can you show it?
The bullet holes.
Right there,
son. Boom, 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 boom.
What do you think about the people in the community?
Like any community, you have your good and your bad. I mean, there's some fantastic cars. There are some awesome cars out here. But then there are people that make those awesome cars.
Honestly, I think it's one big family more than anything. The truck community is one big family. They've all got each other's backs no matter where you come from, what walks of life you come from, like no matter what your truck looks like. It's come one, come all is accepted. We don't care what you look like, who you are, what you wear, what you do. Your family immediately.
We be sliding.
What got you into it in the first place?
Bitches.
I mean, I like it. I've never really been into cars though. I like trucks more though. I'm like trucks over cars any day of the week. Yeah.
What about truck community?
Truck community is like on top all day. Like high class, exclusive leaning, all the big truck clubs. I don't know. I find them a lot more fun though.
So it is sort of difficult. You have to do, I've felt that you have to be, especially as a woman, you have to be very informed and you have to know a lot about your cars and cars in general for them to sort of respect you. If they pick up that you don't know much about your car and you're kind of in the car community just for like attention, they don't really like you very much. So yeah, it's been difficult. And the other thing is when you start to hang out with them, a lot of them will try to collab with you or do work on your car or hang out with you with an ulterior motive, which is kind of shitty, honestly. You'll find that a lot of them will say they'll do one thing and then eventually they'll expect something out of you and then they'll stop talking to you, which is, it really sucks. But there are some good ones that don't do that. So there's this girl in the car community. Her name is I don't know, but she has a very modded 350Z that I think has been kind of funded by her OnlyFans, and there's a lot of people in the car community don't really like her or respect her because of it, even if it's a valid way to get money to support your car. I mean, if people are buying it, then, you know, you have the right to do whatever you want with your money, but a lot of them kind of look down on her now because of that, even though she's spent just as much time and, like, energy on it that everyone else has, so.
I've been out over the last couple of years, I've been more and more accepted into the community. As I've built my car, I've been more accepted. There are still some that, you know, kind of shy away, but for the majority, everybody calls me Mama. This Mama's RC, so everybody calls me Mama.
Me and Haley together. Put me and Haley together.
I want to be in it.
Close up, yeah.
Yeah, he's recorded. Y'all have done that.
Oh shit.
Hey, look, no.
It's a very tense hobby. Like, everyone has a lot of opinions and everyone has, I don't know, it gets very emotional, I feel. But they've all been very nice. A lot of them do a lot of free work on my car, which is very sweet of them. Like, I have friends that do kind of a little bit of everything. I have a friend that does tints. I have a friend that works at like a tire and brake shop. I have a friend does body work, and then some of them do wraps, and then, so I kind of have, because of them, I have all the tools I need to really do everything I want to do with my car, which is really awesome. And I kind of thought initially getting into the car community that it would be difficult because I guess I'm not like a lot of them, you know? Like I'm not, you know, like a 20-year-old dude and like they don't, I don't know, if you're not in with a lot of them, then it's kind of difficult to be a part of a lot of the stuff that they do. But it didn't turn out to be like that, honestly. They're honestly, all of them are like pretty nice to me, so it's pretty cool.
Get it. The police is here.